GM, good afternoon and good evening, everybody. My name is Kartik, one of the co-founders of ETHGlobal, and I'm super excited to welcome all of you to the Web3 Jam Finale. So you're all watching this thing on ETHGlobal.tv, and for those of you who are joining us for the first time, I encourage all of you to log in and say hi. If you have any questions that come up during this event, we'll be able to answer them for you from the chat directly. And anybody who signs in and kind of engages with the audience will be receiving a POAP token at the end. So this event is brought to you by ETHGlobal. And ETHGlobal is an organization with a very simple mission. Our goal is to bring in thousands of developers into the Web3 ecosystem. And we do this thing primarily by running hackathons and summits. And Web3 Jam is our last event of the year. It's a hackathon that invited 410 hackers from 51 different countries, spanning 17 different time zones, to work over the past week on really interesting and creative Web3 projects. This is an incredible map showing where everybody came from as a participant. We're super excited to see all the diversity and the different perspectives everybody brought in for this hackathon. And on top of these representation of the cities, we had over 20 ecosystem mentors, 6 technical mentors, and 12 ecosystem partners that were here with us throughout the entire event to help all of our attendees get help in finishing their projects or getting unblocked if they needed any technical help. And not only that, we had over $100,000 in prizes to be won from this event. So today we're going to be going through everything that happened over the past 10 days. This event has absolutely been incredible. We had 101 incredible projects come out of it. And yesterday, on Monday, 2 days ago, we went through the judging process for all of these 100 projects. And we landed on 10 finalists who we will be showcasing today in this live call. So without further ado, I'd like to congratulate these 10 incredible teams. In no particular order, I want to give a shout out to Tweether, 3Feed, Die Factor, Seashells, Crypto Murals, Transdimensional Inventory Service, NFTs, Voucher, ENS.me, and Backer. These are our 10 teams that'll be coming on stage today and showcasing live what they built over the course of the hackathon. And then after that, we'll go into all the prizes that everybody's won from this event. So I know a lot of you are eager for prizes, so you're gonna have to just sit tight a little bit longer until we go through all the incredible demos. And as we were looking at not only just these 10 teams, but also throughout what actually happened for those 101 submissions, we saw some incredible and common themes for all of our projects. Decentralized media NFTs were obviously the most common thing that everybody was excited about. This kind of blends in everything from real world art to NFTs in general, to gaming, to video streaming, you name it. You're going to see a lot of that today. And of course, there was a lot of DeFi and analytics. People are still making it easy for us to understand what's happening on chain, and that's going to be an evergreen sort of category for us to continue improving. And on top of that, there are an amazing set and amount of tools and projects we saw that are building tools and other utilities around making it easy for everyday folks to play and experiment and try out what's happening in all of Web3. So these 10 presentations will cover a lot of these topics and themes, and I can't wait to get started. But before we jump into our very first demo, I want to quickly take a second and give a huge round of applause and shout out to these 91 projects here who did amazing work over the past 10 days for this hackathon and demoed their projects to the judges, got some feedback, got some great amount of eyes and users, and even bug reports from our community throughout the hackathon. And just because you were not one of those 10 teams, it does not mean you were not good enough. We want to really make sure that you are there to, we are here to give you support, and you have the ability to sort of continue working on this project. And if you need help, whether it's technical or on the product side, or just if you are trying to make this bigger than a hackathon project, we can help with all those things. So really encourage all of you to continue working on these projects. The time that we had for this event was obviously not a lot to sort of see everything come to fruition. So really encourage all of you to continue working, and we're just blown away by the incredible amount of talent that came in for this event. So without further ado, we can get started with our demos. And before I jump into our very first demo, I want to just quickly let everybody know that if you want to see what these 100+ projects were, you can head over to showcase.ethglobal.com, and you can see a list of all the projects that came out of Web3 Jam, and watch anything from their demos to their source code to read about how they work architecturally and under the hood. All right, so enough talking. Let's get started with our demos. So what we're going to do is we're going to invite these teams back to back, and they're going to come on, present live what they did, and then we'll move on to the next team. We won't be able to do any questions because of time this time around. So we're going to have 3 teams come on, and the first one's going to be ens.me, and then we'll have 3 feed, and then crypto murals. So let's get started with our very first demo. I'd like to welcome Tom to showcase ens.me. Welcome.
Hi there, thank you very much. So my name is Tom Wade. I'm based in England, and I'm a solo team that created ens.me, a project aiming to visualize a user's ENS domain to create a single Linktree-esque landing page quickly, easily, and effectively, and directly from ENS for the data. Not only that, but I really want to persist the information that was stored across external decentralized applications through using IPFS. There's also a small second application that forms part of ens.me, but I'll come on to that a little later. So this is an ENS domain at its source. I've used nick.eth's domain for this example as it's quite well populated, but we could just use any domain. So we all know that text records aren't that sexy, but currently, if you own an ENS domain, then this is what you're faced with. The default ENS record keys do provide much more interesting data than traditional domains. And one of the things I was really excited about is this gives us a lot more flexibility in what we can display in the information that we can pull through. So through querying the graph and hitting the chain directly with ethers.js, I was able to create a user-friendly representation of an ENS domain. So we can see here on the same nick.eth profile that I just showed you, we can pull through the ETH address and then proceed to send Ethereum directly to his wallet. We can link out to his website, mail him at his email address, go through, follow him on Twitter, view his GitHub, and connect on Discord, as well as at the bottom, we're able to directly link out to the ENS domain there. So if I switch to, and just to mention, this is all pulled directly through. There's no information edited from Nick here. This is all just direct. And if I go through to my profile, we can see that it's admittedly a little bit better than Nick's. You can see that I've only got my Ethereum wallet address and a link out to ENS, as I haven't further populated my information. And my avatar is also blank because I haven't put anything there yet. But if I go to hit manage, because I'm the owner of this ENS address, and I'm connected via MetaMask, I can now see the full extent of the data that could be pulled through if it was populated. So if I wanted, I could go through, say I want to disable Bitcoin, Litecoin, and Dogecoin, and just leave Ethereum if it's they're pulled through, disable my GitHub and Twitter, etc. I can go through and start disabling things. So if I disable DNS, and I can also go in, set a few colors, and start to customize the colors that will be pulled through onto my profile. And I explain why I'm a little bit excited about that soon as well. So if I hit update profile and then skip to the here's one I did earlier effect, we can see I've now got a nice light pink background. My buttons, green colors changed slightly to my preference, and I've also hidden out the links that I wasn't wanting. So there's no cost for this, as all of the information stored directly to IPFS via Pinata. And I was quite happy that that could then be persisted and indexed and also made public. And the reason why I wanted that to happen was if a user was then to query IPFS or add /preferences to the end of their URL, we can start to see what a user's preferences is that are stored. So if I come in through here, I can see that I want to display my avatar, I want to display email and website, but these are my preferred background colors. So if another decentralized app wanted to query this data once they connected their ENS, they can instantly get a range of preferences and data and pull them through to their application directly and start to customize the user experience over there. So for the profiles, in the coming weeks, I'm going to be working with a small team to help develop the profile to start making it a little bit more impressive, start pulling through richer media content, such as a user's latest tweets rather than just a link to their Twitter profile, starting to incorporate pulling through NFTs from a subsection of what a user has in their wallet, start to create a little bit of a gallery. And my real goal is to create a visualization of an ENS profile that a user would be proud to share. And start to also offer that to decentralized applications as a central source. So the second aspect that I briefly mentioned at the start of this talk is one that I actually used to obtain my ENS domain at the start of this hack. So by querying GraphQL, I was able to build a small application that pulls in expiring and recently expired ENS domains, and then allowing them to be filtered, getting domain stats, and also factoring in like cooldown periods for when they'll become fully available, and then starting to estimate the costs associated with that cooldown period. From looking at traditional domain offerings, this is relatively common, but I found it to be a really useful tool at the start and also quite quick to prototype. I'll be continuing to work on this too, to pull through additional domain information, additional filters, reminders, and pull in ENS domains that are on the secondary market as well. So you can see there's recently expired domains if you're looking to start a new project, and you can also filter by keywords in the ENS domain and the previous number of years it was registered for. So if you were looking at an OAuth service, ENS login.eth is available now. So, don't waste time. I'm sure millions of people are watching. Just gagging to register that. So with a combination of these two apps, I'm actually really excited to continue building tools that will further the ENS ecosystem and start to look at decentralized identification, which has got me really excited about Web3, really. So yeah, as a bit of an outro, please feel free to try it out at ens.me/ and then your ENS domain. And I'd also love to welcome you to join a fresh Discord community that I've set up for keeping up to date with announcements and the roadmap, which can be found at ens.me/Discord. Thank you very much.
Amazing. Thank you so much, Tom. This is awesome. Not only is it an incredibly useful thing, especially right now in this community, it's live. So anybody who's interested in checking this out, head over to ens.me. With that, we are ready to move on to our second demo for the day, and that is Project 3 Feet. So I'd like to welcome Chris and Caleb to get started.
Hi, everyone. I'm Caleb. I'm based in Victoria, Canada, and my partner here is Chris.
And I'm based out of Canada as well.
So welcome here to 3Feed. I hope everyone can see my screen okay. 3Feed is meant to be a modern feed reader system and content publishing platform. So we're going to jump right in here. So everything is hosted using Ceramic, which passes everything through to IPFS. So everything you're seeing here is actually being pulled through a Fleek gateway. So the app is hosted on Fleek, but which again means it's hosted on IPFS. Everything passes through. So you can see we just kind of have a base publishing platform here. It's completely built with React and Next.js, but it's meant to be a little familiar to those who use standard systems. We have here is your ID. So the ID is based on the distributed identifier from Ceramic. So that's unique to each person, and use that to follow creators. So you can see here, I've actually already followed someone who conveniently has published Huckleberry Finn. So you can see here, I can go in, read to my heart's content, jump back, everything works well. But what might be more interesting is this publishing platform. So I'll just jump there for now. So we can enter, really quick, like, hi. And then I'll put something a little bigger in, so you can see I just got some blank text. But actually, it'd be nicer if this was a title. I want to call out this lorem ipsum as well. And I'm going to bold that. So this is all just like a fully featured, rich content editor. The user can access how they want. And we're going to go down here. We actually want to publish this now. And I feel like I put a lot of work in. So I want to actually make this paid. So the paid publishing is provided through Unlock. Which means right now, when I press this button, we're going to connect to the Unlock smart contract just on the Rinkeby test network. Okay, the fees look good to me. And this is going to publish a smart contract that's going to lock our content. So right now, that's what's happening is we're running, this is all processing live on the test network. And as soon as that contract's ready, we'll see the pop-up confirmed, and it's going to drop us right into that article, which is now live on IPFS. Here we go. Looks nice. And we can jump back and unfortunately, you can't see it. So for the demo, actually, I wanted to demonstrate our subscription feed. So I'm actually going to subscribe to myself so that I can see my own content. Like I said, that's just for the demo. It takes a couple seconds here. That's going to go on the feed. Your actual feed is going on IPFS, and that's going to come around. I'll pop up so we can see our article that we just published here. But actually, you know what? I just wrote that. I just looked at it. I don't actually want to view that now. Let's check out this thing. I've never heard of Alice in Wonderland before. I click on it. You can see it's locked. So here's kind of the fee to unlock. And you might, those who are familiar with these kind of transactions will see that the gas fees are quite high, but that's just for the demo. We want to go quick here. So what this is doing now, we're interacting with the unlock protocol to, and not the lock contract from the unlock protocol. It's going to verify that we have access to this article. And you'll see in a few seconds that transaction will go through and will be dropped right into our Alice in Wonderland article. So basically, as you can see, what we have here is a very simple demo of what this kind of futuristic content authoring system looks like. And so you can see here, okay, we dropped right in. And now that we've unlocked it, we don't have to unlock it again. We just have access. And that's stored on the, well, it'll eventually be the Ethereum mainnet, but for now it's on the Rinkeby testnet. But just wanted to say, yeah, this is kind of our very bare bones. In the future, we want to integrate with the ceramic identifier, like the self ID system, which will allow us to kind of move away from these ugly DIDs and get into more like profiles, similar to what ENS.me is offering. As well, the unlock contract supports things like subscriptions, which we haven't baked in. So there's a lot here that we'd like to flesh out, as well as adding support for things like email and discovery feeds, which can be hosted in a decentralized fashion. So a lot here. Thank you for listening, and goodbye from 3Feed.
Caleb and Chris, thank you so much for that awesome demo. And yeah, this is exciting. Can't wait to get more and more decentralized version of existing services that we use up on mainnet. So with that, we are ready for our third demo, and that is going to be Project Crypto Murals. So I'll have the Crypto Murals team come on and get started. Welcome.
You. Wait, turn the screen now. Okay, hello everyone, and welcome to Crypto Murals, the new way to start collecting street art on the blockchain. I'm Natalia Giraldo, a designer and digital art producer from Colombia. We teamed up with Claudio Chunorus, a developer and musician from Patagonia, Argentina, but living in France. Crypto Murals is a Web3 platform to collect curated street art around the world. As dynamic NFTs, while you support the creators, muralists, motion designers, festivals, the platform, and the public art heritage. I would like to share with you our short video before starting the demo. Please, maybe the sound is not going to come out, so I'm just going to play it like this.
Talia, we don't have audio.
Okay. So I'll just continue. So in the video, you can see the QR code that you can scan with your phone and open the gateway to go to Crypto Murals and the overlap reality experience. So I'm going to go around the overlap reality experience. Here's a demo on how the overlap reality works. Once you scan the QR code, you will land into a dedicated web app of the mural that will show you the artist, the motion designer, and the owner's address. Then you will hit the live experience and the geolocation will be activated. Then you will find the image target that you will need to match with the paint in front of you or click on it to enjoy the animation. At the end of the experience, you will be able to place a bid and you will be redirected to the cryptomurals.eth website. So once you connect your wallet, you will see the NFT marketplace with all the information related to the NFT. You'll also have the option to see all the murals around the world who has been geolocated. We invite you to go and catch them during your trips. So now we're going to our live demo MVP. We use an NFT port to deploy our smart contracts and store our metadata on the interplanetary file system, IPFS, and Filecoin, such as geolocation and the animations. So here we are in our website. So here we have the login. Here you can log out as well. So here you can see the NFT, and then you can place a bid to buy it. Right now, it is not available to buy it, but here we are in the admin section. So we will have these options like start the auction, like mint the NFT, and upload the image. Also here, we have, for example, the minter. We have the, sorry, this here. I have the minter here. So here we can choose the file, just upload it as regular. And here we will have like to wait a little bit until the minting is completed. And then we also have the auction launcher that will be allowed to mint and to start the auction for the murals that we will start collecting. We also have this media uploader to connect to the IPFS. So as we continue with our presentation, here we can see the deployment of the contracts where we can see the 4 parties and the description of the NFT. The idea here is to share all the sales between the creators and crypto murals. So for our next steps, we are planning to go mainnet with dynamic NFTs, linking with live beer for live streaming, gamification with rewards, community tokens, and metaverse integration. We want to have a spring test with 5 artists and motion designers to get ready for the International Public Art Festival on June 2022 in Europe. So thanks so much for your time. Crypto murals will be on the streets very soon. If you want to be up to date, please follow us on Twitter, Instagram, and Discord. Have a good one, everybody. Bye-bye.
Thank you so much. That was an awesome overview of crypto murals. And yeah, I'm more and more excited to see what projects are doing to bring in and blend in the real world art with smart contracts and NFTs. So this has been amazing. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Next up, we have our second group of projects. So we're going to invite Backer, Transdimensional Inventory Service, and Future to come on and present. And without further ado, let's welcome Mark from Backer to share what he built.
Hi, my name is Mark Carey from Toronto, Canada, and I'm here to present Backer, which is a Web3 version of Patreon. Creators get paid by their backers. Creators can get paid an ERC20 token of their choice. This gets streamed in real time from the backer to the creator using the Superfluid protocol. Creators define multiple tiers of membership. At the same time, they launch their own ERC20 token, which gets streamed to active backers. Higher tiers can receive a higher multiplier of creator tokens to provide that extra incentive to use the higher tiers. Each tier deploys a lock on the unlock protocol, and active backers get an NFT key that can be used to access membership benefits for that tier specifically. The onboarding process takes only about 5 minutes, and a creator can be set up and ready to go. But I don't have that much time for the demo, so I'm going to show the onboarding screens really quick here as slides. First, of course, creator connect wallet. Choose the token that they want to get paid in. In this example, I'm choosing DAI. Name your own backer token, symbol, the number of tokens you want to pre-mint. Create your first tier, choose name, price, and the multiplier. Here's an example after creating 3 tiers. And the next step would be to create a creator profile, name, description, some images, social links. All this profile data gets saved to IPFS, and the CID gets stored in the smart contract. Okay, with that, we can move on to the live demo. So we're going to start off here as not as a creator, but as a prospective backer. So I'm looking at a profile here, a creator profile here, and I can see the information, the photos, the social links. And here are the tiers that we saw before. So I'm going to join the fan tier here, and it's going to cost me 10 DAI per month, and I'm going to earn 100 run tokens per month. We're just waiting for MetaMask here. This is all live on the Rinkeby network if you want to give it a try. There we go. So confirmation that I've joined. So I can hit this link to add the run tokens to my MetaMask. So they'll show up there, and you can see the custom icon that I chose when I saved my profile. So one thing I can show quickly. Trying to change tabs here, but Zoom is in my way. What do I want to do? There we go. Quickly, as the user here, I can see in the Superfluid dashboard, I can see the two streams now, the payment I'm making to the creator and what I'm getting back. You can ignore the dollar amounts for now because Superfluid doesn't really understand how much a run token is worth, and perhaps nobody else does either. Let's go back to the app, and I'm going to switch to the creator view of this same one. So I just got to switch users. So I land here on the dashboard, and I get graphs of the balance and the flows that are coming in. And you can see here the balances of the run token. You can see how it's the ones that are, you can see that the balances are changing here in real time because these are flowing in and out via Superfluid. Some other stats here as well. Here's a list of members, various tiers. You can sort this and filter it. You can see how many backer tokens they have in their wallet. So you can see who are the big supporters, the revenue to date. If you look closely here, you'll see that these revenue and backer tokens, they're constantly changing because these are real-time streams. The tiers tab, we kind of saw this before on the slides. I can add more tiers here. Profile, this is where I can change my profile, upload photos to IPFS. I can preview the profile. There it is again, we saw this. On the balance tab, this is where the creator can withdraw funds from the account that they've earned from creators. There's a tab here for their own token, and here they can send tokens to members of the community or anybody. These don't get streamed, they get sent directly. Over here we have an NFTs tab that's coming soon. And that's about it. Another thing here I won't show is you can add team members who can also view the dashboard. Next steps, as I mentioned, NFTs feature. I'd like to offer the ability to create NFT collections and mint NFTs, either for auction sale or just for community rewards. I'd like to create a public directory or showcase of creators using Backer. Also like to get some feedback and advice from crypto content creators because I see them as potential early adopters. A convenience layer for enabling credit card subscriptions. It's not very decentralized, but I think opening up the audience to people who are not quite ready to use MetaMask and such would make sense. Finally, looking towards a Polygon launch, mainly due to the high gas costs, which are a big barrier to both offering and subscribing in this kind of a scenario. So that's it for Backer.
Thanks so much, Mark. Real-time memberships is awesome. Can't wait to see more of this, and I wish you all getting this deployed on mainnet. Next up, we have Transdimensional Inventory Service, and Will be here to tell us what he built. Whenever you're ready.
Hi, everyone. My name is Will. I'm a student at the University of Waterloo, and I created TIS, or the Transdimensional Inventory Service. So TIS is inventory for the metaverse. What is the metaverse supposed to be? It's supposed to be a shared digital universe to live in. Right now, the metaverse is many separate Web2 universes. TIS provides a way to share a common inventory across multiple metaverses. It bridges the gap between Web3 and current metaverse technology. TIS provides a framework that can be used with current metaverse technology in order to access future metaverse data. So here's a demo of me using TIS to bring my NFTs into Roblox. So I created this place in Roblox that allows me to show off my NFTs to my friends. So if I just click here, it loads a list of my NFTs on Polygon. So my regular NFTs are just shown as like this. It tells me the name of the NFT, the contract, as well as like its description and token ID. But if I have NFTs that have a metadata field of Roblox asset ID, I'm actually able to spawn them in Roblox. So for example, I can spawn this dog. I can like push it around and interact with it, and it can walk. I have another NFT, which is a car. So if I spawn that in, it'll load in, and I can actually interact with it and drive it around. And I'm just going to wait for myself to respawn. Oh, looks like some of my friends joined. And I can also spawn in this like grappling hook and interact with it and like shoot it around, and it'll pull me, etc. And I also have this tower, so I can actually have really big objects and stuff like that. I think one of the most important things about NFTs in the metaverse is you can have NFTs that actually do things. Whereas regular NFTs might only just be a static image that doesn't do anything. NFTs in the metaverse can actually have functionality. Like I can get in this and like, I don't know, goof around and stuff like that. So I'm gonna exit Roblox for now. And I'm gonna head over to my OpenSea page. And if you look at my OpenSea page, you can actually see some of the NFTs that I have. So I've got this dog, I've got this car, grappling hook, etc., and this tower. And if I just look at the metadata of one of these NFTs, the only thing it needs to support Roblox is this Roblox asset ID field. And yeah, here's the dog. So I'm going to go back to my presentation. So what technology is behind TIS? So in order to make the Roblox framework, I needed to use Roblox Studio. Covalent is used to source the Web3 data. So that's how I get the information for the NFTs, etc. An NFT port and IPFS are used to create new Web3 data. So that's in order to create NFTs that are compatible with Roblox, etc., and other metaverses. So in the future, I want to be able to support more metaverses rather than just one to actually like bridge the gap. I think VR chat is a really promising next step. And I also want to be able to source data from multiple chains. So if you want to try out the Roblox demo yourself, if you have a Roblox account, you can head over to tiny.cc/TIS demo to try it out for yourself.
Amazing. Thank you so much, Will. That's you can just see everybody excited about this right now in the chat, and this is awesome. Not only is it just a cool demo, but it's also live, so you can try this out directly. And we'll paste the link for tiny.cc/TIS demo on the ETHGlobal TV chat too. Congrats. And next up, we have Patrick and Evan, who are going to talk about Filter. So without further ado, let's welcome the next team.
Awesome. Hello, everybody. My name is Patrick, and
I'm
my
Evan.
co-host Evan. Yep, Evan's here. I'm from Bentonville, Arkansas.
And I'm from Rogers, Arkansas.
And today we're going to demo Focher. Let me just give you a quick overview of what we made here for this hackathon. Focher is a social marketplace that is built off of photos that you take with your smartphone camera. Everything on the app can also be remixed. Let's talk about that a little bit more. Here's an example of a photo that you might see on your feed in Focher, taken with an iPhone or an Android camera. There's 3 different things that you can do with photos on your feed. You can either like them, pay a small gas fee to do that. You can purchase it for the price that the creator listed it for, and you can remix or edit the creation and create something new and unique yourself. So if you were to create a remix, you could, make something like this, for example. Crop in, add a few stickers to it, create something brand new from it. And the symbiotic relationship between the parent and child is very apparent in our app. If you are viewing an edit, you can see the parent as inspiration. And if you're viewing parents, you can see all the edits that people have made from that photo. And if you come across my edit on your feed and you decide that you need to buy it and add it to your collection, the original parent will actually get a cut and a kickback from the sale. And this will be the first mobile app that supports Ethereum purchases for NFTs on mobile currently. Evan, I'm going to kick it back to you for the demo here.
All right. So as you can see here, I have our feed screen up. For the sake of time, I won't go through the process of
Evan.
taking a photo.
Yep, never mind. Sorry.
But I will go through the process of doing a remix. So here you see this picture of a bet that I made before. If I click this link in the top left of it, I'll come to our photo editor. Here we have different options, stickers, text and whatnot. But for now, let's add a sticker. So add the sticker, click this button in the bottom right, it's saving the image. And what will come up is a modal to put in our information. So this will be the metadata for the NFT. So this is a remix. I'll call it remix 5. Description of remix. And then I get to choose a tag. And I will say art. I click save NFT. And what this is doing is it's uploading the image to IPFS, then it's uploading the metadata, then it's going to take me to my preferred wallet to confirm the minting. So here I'm in Rainbow. If I hit confirm, do the Face ID. And now I can go back into Focher. So while that's going, let's go through another flow. This is unfortunate. I'm working with less internet than I generally have due to the holidays in the US.
We can go a minute or so if it works.
Yeah, I'm not sure my bundler has enough juice to get it to. There it is.
Oh, we're back. Perfect. There we go. Yeah.
All right. So now I'll just do something simple for now. Right here we have the original image of the bed. This one is actually up for sale. So we'll go through that flow. If I hit buy, the price is 0.01 Matic. We give you the approximate USD price. And that will show up in Rainbow for me to confirm the transaction. The approximate price is a little over 1 cent. I hit confirm. And again, that transaction is going through. I believe if I hit here, I can see that it's sent. And then go back into Focher. And now, Patrick, if you want to talk about any of the future developments that we're trying to do.
Absolutely, yeah. In the future, we want to be able to support video and using our rich editor for handling video editing as well as photos. We also are going to be supporting a faucet in the future as well to be able to support your first Matic transactions in our app. We also have a full-fledged camera here that we did not show as a part of this editor, but again, we hope to be the first iOS and Android app to support Ethereum NFT purchases for the mobile market. That is it for us.
I think that's it.
Yep, that's it for us.
Well, thank you so much. And this was awesome. Murphy's Law is always a concern when doing live demos, but you pulled through. This worked out. Everybody is excited about what you're doing, and can't wait for this to go live on the App Store. Congrats.
Appreciate it, Karthik. Thank you very much.
All right. So with that, we are ready for our last 4 demos. So we're going to bring on Tweether, NFTs, Die Factor, and Seashells, and they're going to talk about what they built. And then after that, we'll get into all the prizes. So without further ado, let's welcome Tweether. We have Richard and Thomas.
Okie dokie. Hello, everyone. I hope you're having a great morning, evening, wherever you are. We are Team Tweether, and this is our project for the Web3 Jam Hackathon. Our team, we actually recently created a DAO. We are 404 DAO and are very proud to kind of get started working on these projects, consisting of 4 friends who are formerly all from the same college, now spread out throughout the US. And these are our Telegram handles in case anyone wants to message us later. So the goal for our project was to create a social layer for Ethereum, because we think that, with these wallet addresses that often are very long and not very beginner friendly and intimidating, plus they're hard to kind of be able to easily recognize other, people's wallets just by name alone, right? Because they're so long and complicated. We want to make it a little bit easier and create this social fabric for the Ethereum network. Our solution to that is Tweether, which is a completely decentralized Web3 site that lets you follow your favorite wallets. It streams live wallet transaction activities for your followed wallets, supports ENS and address lookup for convenience, and also includes NFTs as profile pictures for addresses that do contain them. So with that, let's hop into the demo. Here is our site, which is live at this link, and I'll have it later as well. I've already connected my wallet, so we're going to go ahead and just click that, and we're at our feed. Currently, all of the wallets that I'm following aren't actively trading, and since this only shows live transaction data, nothing's populating yet. But let's show an example of us adding another address to follow. So I'm going to search up the ENS for Vitalik. We have his site here, as well as his current balance and the ability to follow him. So we'll get follow. Wait a little bit as that goes through. And if we go back to our page, we now see that we're actually following him and can click on his site and all those things. Also notice that we have the NFTs here for those people who have them available. If we want to unfollow them, all we do is click on the card. We're brought back to this simple card UI, hit unfollow, and then we are no longer following Vitalik. But let's say we want to spice up our feed and actually see some things here. So I'm going to enter the address for a pretty hotly traded FTX wallet. These do take a little bit longer to load. So as this is loading, I'll kind of explain the main pieces of logic in our engineering flow. We use Ceramic backed by IPFS to kind of store all this social graph of followers and followees. And we actually don't use the Ceramic ID for this. What we use is deterministic queries, where we kind of take someone's address and append a tag to it to allow us to represent that kind of follower network, which we think is a pretty great way to keep this basically free to use and also pretty powerful. So here we have this wallet address now. We're going to click follow. And now we're following this wallet as well. If we go back here, we can see it here. And if we go to our feed, we actually already see some transactions that they're making. So we see the sender, the receiver, the transaction hash, as well as the value, how many block confirmations it took, the transaction type, and the gas price, plus the time. It's already populating even more. But one cool thing is if you click on this, actually, it'll take you to EtherScan, so you can read more in-depth information about what's actually going on. So that's about it for a demo. Back to the slides, I'll kind of talk about how this whole thing works in our next steps. So how it's made, as I said, we use Ceramic, which is decentralized storage basically for our social graph via IPFS. ENS and NFT port are great additions to allow users to query easily for people's ENS instead of complicated addresses, and also display NFT profile pictures for some added flair. Ethers.js allows us to provide the live feeds for those transactions for the wallet addresses. Next.js and React are the backbone for our UI framework, and then Vercel is used for deployment. Next steps for Tweether specifically is we love to kind of build out this feed. It's a little annoying that you have to be following, either a lot of wallets or, wallets that trade a lot to see information. So we want to make it, historical and searchable transactions available, as well as reactions, is we want to kind of build a social network a little bit here. Commenting, favoriting, emoting, all these things are really integral to social networks. And we'd love to add those features to this decentralized protocol, basically. Additionally, we want to, give people the ability to personalize their profiles if they want. So beyond just the NFTs that are in their wallets, adding other options as well. Really, though, we see this as more of kind of a demo for kind of what we want to build in the future. So the end goal really is to create an API that allows other dApps to integrate with our social graph. Kind of think about how like Google, Facebook, Twitter, these all sites allow login options for a bunch of third-party sites. We think that something like this for the Web3 decentralized world would be really, really powerful and useful, especially because ours is, free and decentralized. The way I think about it is like Tweether is just a demo of that social graph in action. And to close, I'd just like to challenge you to think about a future where like every dApp that you log into automatically knows the wallets you care about and automatically knows that network around you. And I think that can be a really powerful thing moving forward for all of us. So with that, I want to thank you. Enjoy the rest of your day. Here's the link to our demo app if you want to try it out. And we actually just recently set up a Twitter within the Discord. So feel free to follow us at 404DAO for updates about this project and more to come. Thank you.
Thanks, Richard. This is awesome. And hopefully we all get to use it soon in production. So congrats. And next up, we have Yanis, who's going to talk about NFTs. Whenever you're ready.
Hi, so I'm Yanis, I'm from Paris, and I will present you my project for this hackathon. My project is NFTs with a Z. And so what is NFT? So who I am first, I'm product manager. I quit my job a few weeks ago to focus on building products on Web3. And so a bit of context why I'm building NFTs and what is NFTs. So NFTs is a Figma plugin that enables designers to mint NFT directly from Figma. So why? So a bit of context. I saw that Adobe will empower their users with on-chain solutions. And also, I'm a big fan of Figma, the most used product design software with 4 million users. So why I'm building NFTs? So first, it's to onboard talented Web2 designers on Web3. And I think that the easiest way is to go search for them on their preferred tool. Second reason, it's to create new opportunities for creators. I know that there is a lot of creators that are designing NFTs on Figma, and I think it's a cool way for them to monetize their work. And also the long-term idea is to enable designers to monetize design elements. So create a new economy where they can buy UI elements or an entire design system, for example. So let's start a quick demo. So here I'm on Figma and I created this nice design. And so I will use my plugin. So first I can give a name to my NFT. So let's say Web3 Jam NFT and a description, a super cool NFT minted from Figma, and the Ethereum address where I want to receive this NFT. And so I can start minting. So what the plugin is doing is first, I will upload the image on IPFS using a NFT storage API. So I can check that my image is well stored on IPFS. And then I'm using NFT port to mint the NFT on Rinkeby. So we can check that the transaction is well made. So here is my image stored on IPFS, the design I made on Figma. And so we will come back in a few seconds. So about the the product. So what is the product? So as you saw, it's enabled you to create NFTs, but also you will be able to search for NFTs directly from Figma, and also manage all your NFTs created. And so what's next for my project? So I hope to release the plugin in 2 weeks with the minting available on Polygon. And also I will work on store more metadata about the design. So for let users upload more metadata about their designs, and also enable the users to fetch on-chain stored design elements to use them on their Figma designs. So we can check now that our transaction is well made. So this is our transaction. We've just minted our design, and also we can check our OpenSea profile to make sure that the NFT is minted. He's here, and now I can sell directly my design on OpenSea. So sorry, my connection is a bit slow, but we can see that the NFT is here, and as you know, you can sell it on OpenSea. So I hope to see you soon on Figma using NFTs with a Z, and thank you all for your attention.
Amazing. Thank you so much. And this is incredible. Just mint NFTs directly from Figma, go straight to the source. Can't be more excited. So can't wait to try this out in 2 weeks. Thank you so much. And with that, we are ready for our next demo, and I want to welcome the Die Factor team to come on and showcase what they built.
Hi, everyone. So this is Die Factor. We are presenting our project for the Web3 Jam Hackathon for ETHGlobal. So we are a team of 3. Antoine is our blockchain developer. He took care, and full stack developer. He took care of the API endpoint connections, and Wasim took care of the UI UX and the front end development. Salome, our project manager, took care of building the roadmap for Die Factor, prioritizing the development features. We all work for blockchain partner by KPMG, which is a French leading company in the blockchain consulting market. So the idea is to, I don't know, oh, sharing screen is not working anymore. So I'll share, I'm sorry.
Everything is good now.
Okay, great. So here's the team. So I presented it. So now for the idea, it is to generate your wallet score based on your past activities to access advantages and bonuses in decentralized protocols. The use case is to generate your score based on your wallet activity using some API endpoints and data, analyze the activity score and compute this score based on some criteria, and mint an NFT score to access these advantages on other platforms. So here's the demo. This is the Die Factor landing page. We connect our wallet. I already have a wallet connected. Now the score is computing. This is my score, which is based on some criteria. I'm gonna change my wallet to see that I have some other details for the other address. I have we chose some criteria arbitrarily. So for now we have 6 criteria: the cumulative balance, NFT holdings, token holdings, scam tokens. And these criteria are used to compute the score. We have some bonus scoring criteria based on some specific protocols, like having an ENS or having NFTs on the Zapperverse. So now I'm gonna mint the score on a Rinkeby. So while it is minting, I'm gonna explain all this data is taken from a Covalent API and the ENS API, and then computed on the front-end side. The score minting happens using NFT port, and it is made on Rinkeby. So now we have our NFT. We can check it on Etherscan for Rinkeby. We can have the details that are stored on IPFS. The score and all the details for the scoring are all on IPFS. We've made an integration screen that we couldn't finish, but the idea is to make that scoring protocol accessible from other platforms. The ideal would be to have an integration button that would give access to some limited content, maybe an article or something. We could imagine memberships on Unlock, or better lending rates for AVE, or an airdrop system management using this score. So now we get back to what's under the hood. So we've used Covalent API. We've used the ENS API to check if the address has an ENS. IPFS has been used to store the NFT metadata, and NFT port for the NFT contract deployment and the NFT minting on the front end. The next steps would be to go mainnet, make the integration thing that we mentioned with Unlock, make a library for integrations for this very button, and then write the integration docs to make it accessible from other platforms, and then build a DAO to enhance the criteria and make the criteria selection decentralized. The other thing that we didn't mention on this slide would be to add the details of the scoring. So thank you for listening to us. I hope you liked our project, and bye-bye.
Thank you so much. That was an incredible demo, and congrats on making this work.
Thanks.
So yeah, hopefully we get to see this on mainnet soon. And with that, we are ready for our last demo of the day. So without further ado, let's welcome our last team, and that's Sahaj, who's going to talk about seashells whenever you're ready.
Hello, everyone. So there has been this meme, going around, which goes like, I'm going to right click your NFT. And that basically mocks the nature of NFTs just being an image and how it can be saved. Now, we know it's much more than that. And recently, a lot of games have started to emerge in the space around those NFTs and trying to put these in interactive spaces. Sometimes it's 2D NFTs in a gallery, but the NFT is still an image there and 2D image in a 3D environment. And just sometimes it's in an interactive NFT space or a full 3D NFT. So this experiment is to promote those kinds of usages in games. So if you're interested in those or are developing games, then you'll find some interesting things in this presentation and project. I'm Serge, and this is Seashells. Seashells, it's made on top of LobsterDAO NFTs, which are 2D NFTs on a fixed layout. It contains some different characters and some different properties. So the idea behind Seashells is it's a visualizer, and the idea is to wrap these 2D NFTs in a 3D interactive environment and put these in a game engine, which then enables a lot of possibilities. For the visual part, they have been UV unwrapped. And for collections following fixed layout, if you just do it for different characters, it just lines up properly. With this, we also want our metadata in games to do interesting things and maybe some extra properties. So here we showcase use of IPFS as database or immutable systems in games to define character properties, objects or part of logic, etc. And a few different NFT APIs-based demo scenes with Unity 3D. So within LobsterDAO, we have a rankings sheet created by Michael, one of the lobsters. And this sheet not only contains all the metadata, but it also contains a lot of extra numbers based on rankings. And we can use this very creatively in our games. So this sheet has been hosted over IPFS. Now, what this has done is it has made this sheet immutable. And every time we need to define a character or properties, we refer to this sheet. And in this sense, we can use kind of similar approach to create more complex systems in games. So it's live at seashells.embracingearth.space, and let's jump right in. So here we are in the space, and we can put in any of the numbers from our collection. So what this has done, it has read our IPFS database. It fetches the image also from IPFS each time. It assigns the model accordingly. It wraps it onto an image. And it assigns other character properties accordingly, which can be seen on the right and left sides of the screen once it loads. So from here on, we have all our metadata, image, everything wrapped in a 3D interactive environment, and it can be used in games or just have fun in interactive environment. So alongside this, within Unity 3D, we have examples of NFT port, Covalent, and OpenSea API to get all NFT data in Unity, which can be used to get more dynamic and live data. And here we have all the attributes, backgrounds, images, etc. And from there on, it was the visualizer which you saw. So I think all these tech together, NFT with their metadata and interactive real-time environments, has great potential to be expanded on. And we know this is like a lot of the next upcoming trend, which is coming in the space. And that's my presentation. Thank you.
Thank you so much. That was an awesome demo to see, especially when you made it work live with the pulling in the data directly. I can't wait for more of these to come on, and yeah, hopefully we get to use more NFTs and get them from 2D to 3D. Congrats. All right, so that was our 10th demo and our 10th finalist that just went live. This makes all the demos we want to show today to all of you. So I want to congratulate all these 10 teams one more time. It's Twitter, 3Feed, Die Factors, Seashells, Crypto Murals, TIS, NFTs, Voucher, ENS.me, and Backer. The one thing that's kind of super interesting to me and I want to point out is that all these things have two very similar properties in common. The first is they're all in a position to be live and be used by everybody very soon, whether it's mainnet or testnet currently. And they're all targeting mass adoption of Web3 and crypto. And this is something that gets me excited every time, because having been in this space for so long and seeing how we make progress from a developer and a product standpoint, seeing the outcomes here for Web3 Jam brings me a lot of joy. So I can't wait to try all of these products out in a couple of weeks. And with that, we are ready for even more good stuff, and that is all the prizes that all of you have been waiting for. So I want to quickly thank all of our partners here for this event, who are IPFS, Filecoin, LivePeer, Ethereum Foundation, Ceramic, Fluence, NFT Port, Unlock Protocol, ENS, Covalent, Gelato, and Avi Grandstyle. They've been here for this event, helping out everybody participating to really get their projects accomplished, and also giving out a lot of incredible prizes. So we can jump right into what everybody received. So for the very first IPFS and Filecoin prize, SciTime gets $10,000 for the best use of IPFS. Legal NFT will receive the second place $5,000 prize, and OmniVision will be receiving $3,000 for the best use of IPFS third place. For the best decentralized media hack, Matchapp will receive $10,000, Mosaic DAO will be receiving $5,000, and NFTs will be receiving $3,000 for the third place. And on top of that, 59 teams are actually going to be splitting the $14,000 prize pool equally amongst them. So congratulations to all these projects, and you'll be receiving a 59th share of the $14,000 pool prize. Then we have LivePeer, and Momentape will be receiving $4,000 for the best use of LivePeer. DBeats will be receiving $2,000, and Loop will be receiving $1,000 for the best use of LivePeer. And then we have 9 teams that are going to be sharing the $1,000 pool prize from LivePeer. Next up, we have the Aave Grant Style. Loop will be receiving $2,500 for the best use of Aave. Bossa will be receiving the second place $1,000 prize, and Web3 Agreements will be receiving $500 for the best use of Aave. Then we have Ceramic. The best use of Ceramic goes to 3Feed with a $1,500 prize. The best implementation of data models goes to Moment Tape for $1,500. And 11 teams will be splitting the $1,500 pool prize equally amongst themselves for using Ceramic in their hack. Then we have Covalent, and these 19 teams will be splitting $4,000 pool prize amongst them equally. Then we have Unlock, and backer gets 20 Unlock tokens as the best and most creative use of Unlock. Portals will be receiving 10 Unlock tokens for the second prize, and Huddle01 will be receiving 10 Unlock tokens for the third place. Then we have Gelato. Compound and Chill will be receiving $1,000 in Gelato tokens for the most creative use of ice cream. And these 4 projects, Backer, Decentralized Roulette, Plottery, and Robusta, will be receiving $750 in Gelato tokens for the best use of Gelato. We have NFT Port, and these 9 teams will be sharing the $4,000 pool prize amongst them equally. So that's HomeChain, Huddle01, Lorem Computer, NFTs, NFT Hour, Plottery, Seashells, TIS, and Tweether. And all these projects and all the prizes that everybody's won are now available on the individual project page for each of your projects. So if you missed any of those lists or you couldn't get a screenshot fast enough, don't worry, they will all show up on your project page, as well as we'll be announcing them on Discord and notifying everybody over email over the next few days. And there's also a couple of projects that we haven't been able to announce yet because we're still working on figuring out the logistics for it. So if you didn't hear your prize for the sponsor, don't worry, we'll be sharing that info on Discord shortly. So before we wrap this up, I want to quickly say a few quick thank yous for everybody that helped make all of this happen. And that includes all of our judges, mentors, speakers, volunteers, sponsors, and of course you, all the hackers. So quickly, these are all the judges that were there to give feedback to all the projects and do all the hard work in making this event a success and showcasing the 10 projects that we saw today. So a thank you to all of our judges. And then also want to thank Jeff, Discordian, Jerobo, James, and Longfei for being our technical mentors. They were there answering questions, hosting office hours, and really helping you get unblocked around the clock and getting your projects working. So thank you so much. And an incredible set of amazing speakers that were here giving talks, workshops, the summits. All these people are incredible in educating what's happening in Web3 and encouraging more and more people to get more excited in the space. So thank you to all of our speakers and all the amazing partners that were doing all the work behind the scenes to make sure that the event's a success for all of you here, whether that's being able to help you with the SDK integrations or bugs, or helping you come up with a good idea, or giving you feedback for the feedback sessions. All these amazing people were there to make sure that you all succeed. And of course, I want to thank some of our volunteers who were here doing the work behind the scenes to make sure that everything went smoothly, whether it's this call or the judging sessions or any of the asynchronous things that you all have experienced in making this event more global. Without the work they've been doing, you would not have a smooth experience. So I want to thank all of them here as well. And lastly, I want to give a quick shout out to Anna, Moaz, Nisha, Shangan, Luke, Emily, Andrew, Jacob, Heather, and Liam from the ETHGlobal team, who were there to make sure that all the events that you experience are absolutely amazing and invite the best people to get all of you excited again to continue building in Web3. So the finalists. So we saw 10 amazing projects here talk about what they did. They did a live demo. They showcased what they're doing, as well as making sure that you get to also remain excited and try them out in future and live. And if you've been part of any global event before, you know that we don't have a notion of first, second, third. We don't want this thing to be a competition. It's really about making sure that people are here to learn and experiment and really improve and just better themselves in what's happening, whether it's just for curiosity or for a career change. So when we call somebody a finalist, to us, they are our first place winners. So all 10 of these teams are officially our first place for this hackathon. And as part of that, each team member will be receiving $1,500 denominated in DAI or another stablecoin for being our finalists. So congratulations to all these teams. If you are a recipient of a prize or a finalist, we will be reaching out to all of you over the next couple of days in Discord and on email. So keep an eye out for that, and we'll be facilitating all the prize distribution with you accordingly. So congratulations to everybody again. This has been an exciting and incredible, amazing event for all of us. And on top of that, this is our last event of 2021. So I want to thank everybody who made this happen. And I can't thank all of you enough for really getting everybody else excited about what's happening in Web3. So before we go, I want to do a quick 60-second note on how this year has been for ETHGlobal. As you kind of mentioned me saying, this is our last hackathon of the year. We will be continuing a lot more things in 2022, and I can't wait to tell all of you about what's happening in over the next few months and all of next year from our side. But before we kind of close off today's live stream, I want to quickly give everybody how this year went from the global side. We started off and we finished off this year by running 9 hackathons and 18 summits. This is definitely the most amount of things we've done in a given year. And we were thrilled to be able to not only do this stuff, but also invite so many incredible people. Throughout these events, we hosted over 5,700 hackers just this year alone who contributed over 1337 projects. We gave away over $1.5 million in prizes and hosted more than 450 talks, workshops, interviews, and discussions. And when we pulled the numbers last night together, it blew our mind on the reach here. So I'm still shocked by the incredible amount of people that are excited about Web3, because everything that came out of ETHGlobal this year has gone over 360,000 eyes of just all the people watching the talks and interviews and workshops. We had over 65,000 people come and tune in on the summit content, and over 50,000 hours worth of talks has been watched collectively from all these people who we've hosted from 117 different countries spanning 21 different time zones. So I am blown away by how global this community actually is. And I couldn't be more excited to continue doing more things for everybody here as a team next year and years to come. So thank you so much to everybody who was part of all of our events, whether it's on the live stream or as a participant or as a speaker or as a judge or as a sponsor or as a mentor. You all made this happen, and you got thousands more people excited about everything that's happening in this space. So sincerely, thank you so much for being part of the global community. And I can't wait to see all of you again next year. And with that, I want to sign off on Web3 Jam, and we'll see you all in 2022. Thanks, everybody. Hope you have a great rest of the week, and happy Thanksgiving to those who are celebrating. We'll continue back very soon, and you'll see what's next in the next few weeks. Signing off. Congratulations again.